the reason I talk about my suicide attempt that I was driven to after repeated assaults, and I could not get a restraining order, is the night on June 18th, I received an email that my husband, Ethan Martin, had disconnected my children's emails, both of them. And my oldest son would always tell me, "Yeah, Mama, I read them." Though they never called me or responded back, it was the only connection that I had to my sons where they could still read and learn from what I had to give them. And he had disconnected the email on June 16th of 2013, and I didn't discover it until June 18th. And reading that was the love of my sons was threatened. When a mother's love such as mine is threatened, my heart was shattered, because you boys are the loves of my life. You will always be the loves of my life. And I was very hurt, but even though what I did that night, I want you to know that it's not okay, and there's really no excuse, but I wanted you boys to understand what happened, because I don't know if you've been told by others, such as your father, because he says a lot of things, but I want you to hear the truth from me, that this is something that happens to a lot of individuals, men and women, who are victims of domestic violence, and where the court refuses to help them and they don't have the best interests of the children. And so I have become stronger because of that. I am no longer ashamed. I can talk about it because I know what happened was something that I could not control. And I've always told you boys that there are things that we experience in life that are so ugly that even though we don't agree with it, understand it, or like it, out of all that ugliness, there will be good. God always provides for the good. And that is exactly what has happened. I am much stronger, so I can take better care of you, to remove you from where you're at, to provide you a better home, to meet your medical and educational needs. And then I can also help other families, because we should have never been torn apart, because there was so much corruption and conspiracy in the courts. So, and I can't explain that to you because that just causes you more stress. But I want you to know to always trust in God, no matter what. I always have. I've had terrible things since I was born, but I've never given up, and I don't want you boys to give up. And when you feel like something is wrong, and you can't have anger, that's one of the most important things I want to express. Because I've forgiven your father for all the things that have happened. Because I can't live with anger or hate or violence. I have to be happy. And that's what I want you to understand. To be happy, not to have anger, hate, and violence in you. Otherwise, you will never be happy. And that's why I've always told you boys to communicate, talk with me, which you boys did. And even if I didn't like to hear it, that was okay, because you have a voice too. And right now, I am part of your voice and will continue to be your voice. So your education can get better and your medical needs. Because though I'm being kept away by the school intentionally, I can still monitor and look at your grades and see how I can help you, because there will come a time you boys will come back to me and be given back to me through the courts, and if time has passed by the time you're 18. I know, my sons, that you both love me. You will come back to me knowing and realizing the truth that all these years you were told lies, which we call fables, by many serial fabulists. And unfortunately, those people didn't care about you. In situations like this, parents always use the children. So you boys, I want you to know, have never done anything wrong. I love you. I will still provide for you. And I've always tell you it's unconditional. Don't blame others and don't blame each other, because you boys really are getting older. You're such good-looking guys. And it's hard for me when I get a small glimpse to see how much you've grown. And it's really difficult every day and night because I don't have you at my sides like I always did, especially when you boys would sneak and crawl into bed with me to fight who was going to be there. And Mama always made room for you. Even in September of 2012, you boys were still sleeping with Mama. And your boys, your cats, the ones that weren't killed, as I said, your Thea is taking care of them, and they're well pampered and spoiled. And when Mama gets a home, they will be coming up where I live, and where you boys will eventually, hopefully, providing the courts do the right thing, will be there with me with a better environment and your pets that you've always loved, that have always comforted you, that you would sneak into each other's rooms and take away. Those are the memories I want you to have. Keep those good memories. The things that we did, that you boys got to go to Camp Keep twice. You guys got to go on tall ships and live on a ship, where most students at your school didn't even get to do that. And that your mama arranged for your father to be at Camp Keep with both you brothers. And then he also got to be on the ship with you. Those are the memories that I want you to have, the things that I worked hard for you, swim lessons, and always Rite Aid. That cotton candy for you know who, and Malted Crunch for the other one. No, Mama never forgets, so when Mama has a chance, I buy you, your boys, your little snacks that you can have, and then you need to look deep in your heart and memory for the things that we always had, because I know when you look at the pictures, my big guy, sometimes you tell me you don't remember. But I'll keep the pictures for when you do get older, and the story you wrote, how I saved your life in 3rd grade. And taking that train ride to Fresno was the best time you had, and because your mama got you Caesar sandwiches. That's right, you boys lived in Arizona but grew up on Caesar sandwich no matter what. And it's nice when Mama can take you to Caesar's. But I would also know that there's been so much. And I would like to thank Joy Byrne for the counseling from St. Francis and Monsignor Craig, who allowed that, because she provided us some time sometimes to get some questions out. And Joy Byrne and her husband were there, Deacon, with me at the hospital on June 8th, well, after June 18th, I don't remember the exact day, but they were there and they prayed with Mama. Though this will not all air, boys, everything I'm saying, but I'm going to have a copy of this so you can see and understand, for if one day I'm not able to tell you in my own words, you will have it on video to know how much I've loved you and still love you. And remember, never blame anyone, and keep happiness and peace in your heart, because your mama loves you no matter what. And it is the hardest thing for a mother to have their children taken away, as it is for any parent who loves their child. I will always continue to put you boys first, no matter what. Remember, true love never dies, and you boys are my true loves. Te amo mucho, babies. Mama.